Hello and welcome to the return of Chris Collects. Okay, so this is a bit of an update, bit of a let's go hunting for Blu-rays video. So it's a bit of a 50-50. Essentially, when I started Chris Collects, it was meant to be kind of like the thing that I wanted to do on the side on YouTube to still create things and make videos and stuff. But a lot has happened that has prevented me from being able to do so. I've got a new job. I moved house. Been working really hard on the Doctor Who fan series on my main channel, which will be linked in the description below. So I haven't really had a chance to figure out how I want to do this, and I've been going through a lot of different ideas. I was looking at potentially getting the Ray-Ban Meta glasses to help me more discreetly film videos when I'm out and about. Before I decided that one, it's probably going to be a massive waste of money for me, and two, it only shoots in portraits, so I'd have to stretch the footage out for it to be landscape, and I don't think it's going to look very good. So I decided against that. So just to give you a bit of an update, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a room tour in a moment. It is a little bit on the messier side, so I'm going to try to avoid the mess because I am in the process of still sorting things out. I'm going to show you some pickups both from today and from recently, and yeah, we're just going to go from there. I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey. So let's start with the room. So here's the room, just to give you a bit of a winding sweep angle. I'm trying to avoid the floor because that's where a lot of the mess is. It is a bigger room than I had before. I have started to get the Lego out. This is what I was waiting to be able to do. I had to wait for the windows to be put in. These windows were older. We got newer windows. And now I'm starting to kind of get the Lego into place. You got the Blu-ray cabinet here, which is now utilizing both sides, which is great. Moving around, I've got the TV and the PlayStation. Got my racing wheel set up over there. I've also got my editing desk, which used to be in a separate room in the office in the old house. It's now all in one place, which is pretty great. And just to show off some pickups in terms of like non-Blu-ray sort of pickups, I did get the 14th Doctor and Meep action figure set. I have also got the newer 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday, and this really cool display base, which I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the guy that makes these, but I will link his eBay page in the description below if you're interested in those. Not sure if I've ever shown these off, but there's my Big Finish 10, 11 and 12 Doctors. Behind them, I've got the general release Shooty Gatwa in the TARDIS, 13 and 14. Rivendell's over here. The new Speed Champions Lego F1 cars on the wall here, as well as Ayrton Senna's McLaren over there. So that's just sort of a bit of a general overview. Over the course of coming episodes, I will show you in a bit more detail this room once it's all kind of put together, but that's just a rough kind of outlook of what it looks like. So before we head out on the road, as for some pickups that I have got recently, we'll start with probably my most recent outing prior to this current one. I did pick up recently Uncharted from one of my local CEXs on 4K for 12 quid. Why? Some of you might ask. I remember quite enjoying this film. I went to see it in the cinema twice, and it'd been a while since I saw it. So I decided to get it and watch it again, and I had a good time with it. So there's that. I also recently in a different CEX picked up these, the Batman The Long Halloween on 4K for £10. I do have the Blu-rays of these, but I'm a big DC animated collector, so I wanted to get that. I also picked up this Loving Vincent for £2. This was something that I remember it coming out in cinema and missing, and I really wanted to check it out, so for £2 I thought I'd grab that. And then I also got in HMV a couple more DC animated Blu-rays because they were very cheap. I got Catwoman Hunted for £3.99. I did have this at one point and I got rid of it, and I can't really think why I got rid of it. So that's just add it back into the collection. And then I also got Batman and Superman, the Battle of or Batman and Superman Battle of the Super Sons. Haven't seen this one, so looking forward to checking it out. Another purchase I got recently, something I've always wanted to get, is some designer sunglasses, and I managed to get some Ray-Bans. They are Ferrari Ray-Bans. I got them on 50% off. So just to give you a look at these, they do unfortunately have a loose hinge. I did go back to Sunglass Hut where I got them from, and there was nothing they could do, so I'm going to contact customer support, see if I can get something done about it. I don't really want to get rid of them because I really like these sunglasses. I think they look really nice. They are polarized as well. So yeah, there's another one there. Just a few more things to show before we head out on the road, and these are primarily stuff from Comic Cons, so they're mainly signatures. So I went to LFCC back in July, the beginning of July, and I did get my Twice Upon a Time 4K signed by David Bradley, who played the first Doctor in that story, as well as the first Doctor in, well, he played William Hartnell in An Adventure in Space and Time, or Time and Space, what's it called? An Adventure in Time and Space, I think it's called. I also met Anita Dobson, and she signed my Blu-ray cover of Church on Ruby Road. She was, by the way, all these people that I've met recently, and in general, everyone I've met from Doctor Who have always been so lovely. Met the actor that played Colonel Ibrahim. When I met the same Comic Con that I met Shooting Out Romilly Gibson at, he was really lovely. He signed this actually. Where is it? There at the top. Alexander Devrient signed my Doctor Who 60th Anniversary Specials Blu-ray cover. And then I also, at the Comic Con just gone, met John Barrowman, and he signed my Tortured Children of Earth Blu-ray cover on the front there. I will also show you my Varada Sefu autograph, and I'll show you the pictures. We'll do that at some point in this video. And last thing to show before showing you the newer pickups, I managed to pick this up in CEX actually. I had a voucher, so I only paid £19 for it. This is the Dark Knight Rises limited edition Broken Bat Cowl Blu-ray set. So how this works, you get this little Blu-ray case on the inside that houses the Blu-ray discs, and that's just got the kind of like the teaser poster artwork on it, and then that slots into the back there, and you get this nice Broken Bat Cowl display. I already own the Dark Knight Rises in a number of different formats, 4K, Blu-ray, DVD somewhere, but I was like, I can't pass on this. This is such a cool little display piece. And yeah, and I have the limited edition Inception briefcase, so as a big Christopher Nolan fan, made sense. So there's that. So just a quick cheeky pint of Carlsberg before we start the shop. And here we are in one of my local CEXs. So this one's actually got quite a big Blu-ray selection. It often is rotated quite well. They get new stock in fairly frequently, so it's quite a good one to have a look around in. There was a few things that caught my eye. First thing being these two Doctor Who sets. Doctor Who, the collection season 24, which I already own in the limited edition packaging, but it's nice to see one in CX that was actually in really good condition. And then we also saw Doctor Who Series 4 of the modern era with, this is the kind of the standard release Blu-ray, which is not the best version of it. It was £8, which isn't bad, but you really want to be getting the newer box set of the first 4 series. That's a much better version of the Blu-ray set. They weren't originally shot in high def, so yeah. This is also interesting. Doctor Strangelove, the Criterion Collection release. This has been in this CX for quite a while for £18. It's about £17.99 brand new on Amazon, which is why I'm in an R-ing about it a lot, but it is in very good condition. It's got everything that it should have in it, but it is also on 4K, so I'm very 50-50 on whether I'm picking this up or not. You'll see whether I pick it up in this video. Moving on, something else that caught my eye was the remake of Friday the 13th, which I'm about to pick up now. This was £4. I actually like the remake of Friday the 13th. It's probably, of all the horror remakes, it's one of my favourites. I actually enjoy this one a lot, and it's one that I would pick up, but you can't really see it here. There was a bit of damage to the artwork in some places that just doesn't really meet my standards. I did also forget to actually have a look at From Dusk Till Dawn, the trilogy, which is £18 there. I really wish I had looked at that, actually, because if that was in good condition, that would have been quite a good price, and it would have been quite a good pickup to get. But alas, I did not look at it, and I wish I had. A couple of other things. So this is the Batman 89 Diamond Lux, like, magnetic thing. I've never actually seen this in person. It's £4. I was really tempted, but it's quite scratched in places, but it's really nice. It's hard to open one-handed, actually. But it's got these, like, magnetic clasps. It's got all this, like, full artwork stuff. Let me know if £4 is a good price for this, whether it's worth picking up. And then there was also this Batman Soul of the Dragon, which I actually own in my DC Animated collection. It's a really good DC Animated film, actually. Really fun one. And £3 is a good price on that. So if I didn't have it, that would have definitely been a pickup for me. But that was about it. That was all to have a look at there. So we're just going to end our little trip with... Oh, I almost forgot these. If anyone knows anything about these, let me know. These are Australian DVDs, from what I could tell, of all the Doctors from the classic era of Doctor Who. And it seems to be like a collection of interviews and behind-the-scenes stuff. Some of them were more expensive than others. Just let me know if I'm missing anything. And here we are. Another couple of cheeky pints, a couple of Beavertown ones. Forgot what this one was called. I want to say it was called Cosmic Drop. I hadn't had it before. It was like a sour beer. It was quite nice. I don't mind sour beer. So I just had one extra pint, and it's a Brixton Reliance Pale Ale, which is just a nice, refreshing pint on a really hot summer's day. So here's my Varada Sethu autograph. I usually like to get media signed, but annoyingly, she was at LFCC in July, and the Blu-ray Steelbook doesn't actually come out until August. So I had to get something to get signed. So I bought this poster because it was one of my favourite posters for season 2. And yeah, had that signed, so I've stuck that up on the wall like that. And then over here on the wall are where all my photos are. They look a little bit out of place because they're all in different frames. But on this side, we've got John Barrowman, Millie Gibson, Varada Sethu, and Ncuti Amili down there. And then on this side, we've got Matt Smith, and we've got Ncuti Gatwa. So I sort of decided that this wall over here will be the kind of companion / companion Doctor wall, depending on, you know, what the photo is. And this side will be the Doctor wall. So there we go. Okay, we are back in the Chris Collects HQ. Not a massive pickup day today. To be honest, there wasn't a ton of stuff that was really catching my eye. So I just picked up a couple of things relatively cheap that's I didn't have in the collection that I wanted to add. So the first one is American Reunion. I don't actually have American Pie Reunion, I should say. I don't actually have any of the American Pie films. I know the first two are out on 4K, and I will get those 4Ks at some point. But I would like, you know, American Pie 1, 2, The Wedding, and American Reunion. I'm not massively fussed about getting them all on 4K, but if they do them on 4K, I will get them. Hence why I don't have 1 or 2. Hence why I was sort of waiting a bit, but 50p. It's been a while since I've seen it as well, and I kind of really wanted to watch it. I was really in the mood to sort of revisit it. And then I picked up Broadchurch Series 1 Special Edition. I don't know if I'm going to get the other 2 series on Blu-ray. I'm a bit 50-50 on it. Love Broadchurch Series 1. Series 2 and Series 3 I'm less keen on. But if you haven't seen Broadchurch, it's essentially a whodunit murder mystery, starring David Tennant and Olivia Colman, and it's written by ex-Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall. It is phenomenal. It's a very good TV show, and the reason why I'm a little bit 50-50 on whether I'm going to get the other 2 series on Blu-ray is because on the spine it just says Broadchurch Special Edition. It doesn't say Broadchurch Series 1, probably because when this came out it was maybe less certain whether there would be a Series 2 and 3. But yeah, £1.50, can't go wrong. It's a 2-disc edition, and it comes with all the episodes. I think there's 8 in total, as well as audio commentaries with David Tennant, Olivia Colman, Chris Chibnall, James Strong and Richard Stokes, and deleted scenes, Broadchurch behind the scenes, cast filmographies, picture gallery, and subtitles. So yeah, so it'd be interesting to hear some of the commentaries, kind of revisit this. This has also got Jodie Whittaker in it, which is probably why Chris Chibnall went for Jodie Whittaker as the next Doctor when he was showrunner. That feels like a million years ago now. But yeah, really good show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I probably should have given you a little bit more information about American Pie The Reunion. In case you've never seen these films, American Pie are essentially coming-of-age teen comedies, and American Pie Reunion was the film that they did like kind of many years after American Pie The Wedding, and it is essentially exactly what it kind of says it is. It's all these groups of friends reuniting at a school reunion many years down the road. From what I remember, this is still pretty funny, but it's not as funny as the first 3. But yeah, looking forward to revisiting it. I want to revisit all the American Pie films at some point, so it's a good one to add to the collection. That's it. That's everything I've got to show you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know if you want to see more Chris Collects content. I am going to try and upload a little bit more regularly. Let me know what sort of content you want to see as well. I've recently decided that I want to start doing some platinum trophies on PS5, so I have been grinding away a little bit of that, doing some easier ones, sort of building up the courage to start doing some harder ones. But yeah, let me know what sort of content you want to see. If you want to see more of this Blu-ray content, we could do more Blu-ray content. I am also, you know, I'm into collecting games, I'm into collecting Lego, all sorts. So if you enjoyed this video, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see from this channel in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.